Guatemala has a new president. His name is Jimmy Morales, a former comedian. Folks, full disclosure, I'm not an expert on Guatemalan politics, and I certainly don't want to seem like I'm holding myself out to be one, but I was fascinated by the news of the election of Jimmy Morales to the presidency. This is somebody with no political experience who is known as a comedian, and he especially plays sort of idiotic fools on TV. Now, some have said, well, how could a country do that? Well, let's remind people that here in the United States, we elected an actor, Ronald Reagan, although he did have very extensive political experience, having served as the governor of the largest state. Here's what I want to really focus on with Jimmy Morales. Being a comedian, you have to have tremendous communication skills. I believe being a comedian is the hardest type of public speaking, because with most audiences when you speak, as long as you don't bore people to death, they're happy. In comedy, stand-up comedy in particular, people have very high expectations. They expect you to make them laugh every 10 seconds or they're angry with you. So if you are a comedian, certainly one with any level of standing and success behind you, you've really mastered that ability to communicate with people, to play with their emotions, to manipulate them, to get them to do things. As a comedian, you want them to laugh, but as a politician, you want them to do things too. You want them to support you, to like you, to vote for you. Now, I'm not suggesting that every aspiring politician quit political office, no longer run for office, and just go become a stand-up comedian. What I am suggesting, though, is if you really want to test yourself and really build skills, at least take a stand-up comedy class. I know I've done it before, and I was horrible. But you know what? There's still things that helped me learn to be a better speaker. And it can be a great experience to fail on stage and to learn from that, and nothing else that gives you more confidence for other types of presentations when you're not trying to be funny. Are we going to see a wave of stand-up comedians taking over the presidency of nations? I'm not suggesting that, but I do think if you are trying to run for office, there's no better skill you could have than to be a great communicator, a great speaker. And the hardest type of all speaking is comedy. So if you have some free time, whether you aspire to the presidency or some other position or entrepreneurial success, maybe you should think about taking a stand-up comedy class.